Right now, as you lie here, your body is beginning one of its most extraordinary transformations. Within the next few minutes, your heart will slow, your muscles will soften, and deep within your brain, a symphony of repair and renewal will begin, a process so intricate that science is still uncovering its secrets. Tonight, we explore the hidden world of what happens inside you while you sleep. These are the silent workings of your own body, the processes that unfold each night without your awareness, quietly restoring you for another day. Welcome to Drowsy Discovery. Over the next 2 hours, over 100 gentle facts will move through you like a warm current. There is nothing to memorize, nothing to remember. Just listen and let your mind drift. Have you ever wondered what your body truly does once you fall asleep? You are not alone. If these quiet revelations bring you comfort, consider subscribing to join our growing family of curious sleepers. Allow your breathing to become slow and steady. Feel your body settling into the softness beneath you, and let these truths about your sleeping self carry you gently into rest. Let us begin. Your brain becomes more active in certain sleep stages than when you are awake. It may seem like a contradiction, but during rapid eye movement sleep, your brain can become even busier than when you are fully awake. Neurons fire in complex patterns, weaving together the threads of the day's experiences, processing emotions, and rehearsing skills you have learned. This is not stillness, but rather a vibrant inner world where the brain sorts through memories, discards what it does not need, and strengthens what matters. The prefrontal cortex, responsible for logical thinking, grows quieter, while areas linked to emotion and visual imagery light up with intensity. It is as though your brain uses this time to dream itself into balance, running simulations without the constraints of the waking world. This nocturnal activity is essential for creativity and emotional resilience. Each night, while you lie still, your mind is anything but silent. Your body releases a wave of growth hormone the moment deep sleep begins. As you sink into the deepest stages of sleep, your pituitary gland, a tiny structure no larger than a pea nestled at the base of your brain, begins to pulse with purpose. It releases growth hormone in powerful surges, flooding your bloodstream with the chemical signals that trigger repair and renewal throughout your entire body. This hormone does not merely encourage growth in children, it remains vital throughout your life, helping to maintain muscle mass, strengthen bones, and restore tissues damaged by the wear of daily living. The timing is remarkable, for this release is tightly linked to the slow, rolling brain waves of deep sleep. Without this nightly surge, wounds would heal more slowly, muscles would recover less completely, and the body would age more rapidly. It is a quiet gift that arrives in the stillness of the night, a reminder that even in rest, your body is working to rebuild you from within. Your muscles become temporarily paralyzed to prevent you from acting out your dreams. During the vivid theater of REM sleep, your brain sends signals down through the brainstem, effectively disconnecting your voluntary muscles from the commands of your dreaming mind. This temporary paralysis, known as atonia, keeps you safely and peacefully still while your brain conjures scenes of running, flying, or speaking. Without this safeguard, you might leap from bed or swing your arms in response to the dramas unfolding behind your closed eyes. The muscles of your eyes and diaphragm remain free, allowing you to breathe and for your eyes to dart beneath your lids, but the rest of your body lies in stillness. It is a beautifully orchestrated compromise, permitting the mind to roam free while the body remains anchored to safety. This paralysis is so complete that most people never notice it, waking refreshed without memory of being held in place. Your brain flushes out toxins that accumulate during waking hours. Every moment you spend awake, your brain cells produce waste, the natural byproducts of thought, movement, and sensation. Among these is beta amyloid, a protein linked to cognitive decline when it builds up over time. During sleep, your brain activates a cleansing system called the glymphatic network, which uses cerebrospinal fluid to wash through the spaces between cells, carrying away these accumulated toxins. The process is most efficient during deep sleep, when brain cells actually shrink slightly, widening the channels through which this fluid can flow. It is as though the brain opens its doors to a tide each night, allowing gentle waves to sweep away the debris of the day. Without sufficient sleep, this cleansing is disrupted, and toxins linger longer than they should. This nightly housekeeping is essential for clear thinking and for the long-term health and well-being of your brain. Your body temperature drops by up to 1 degree as you drift into sleep. As evening deepens and your body prepares for rest, a subtle yet profound shift begins within you. Your core temperature, which has remained stable throughout the day, starts to fall. This drop of roughly 1 degree is not accidental. It is a carefully orchestrated signal from your internal clock, telling every system that sleep has arrived. The cooling is triggered by dilation of blood vessels in your skin, particularly in your hands and feet, allowing heat to radiate outward into the air. You might notice your extremities feeling warmer as this happens, a sign that your body is releasing heat. This decline helps to slow your metabolism, reduce alertness, and prepare your brain for deep sleep. Cooler surroundings support this process, which is why many people find it easier to sleep in a chilled room. Each night, your body quietly and faithfully lowers the thermostat. Your eyes move rapidly beneath your closed lids during dream sleep. In the midst of a dream, your eyes are not still. Though your lids are closed and your body lies motionless, your eyes dart back and forth in quick, jerky movements that give this stage of sleep its name, rapid eye movement. Scientists have wondered whether these movements correspond to what the dreamer is seeing, whether the eyes track the imagined scenes unfolding within. Research suggests there is indeed a connection, that the direction of these movements often matches the visual content of dreams. It is as though your eyes are watching a private film, following its characters and landscapes with real physical motion. These bursts of eye movement occur in cycles, becoming longer and more intense as morning approaches. They are a visible sign of the inner life that continues even when consciousness withdraws. Behind your lids, a hidden and wonderful theater plays on. And from the movements behind your eyelids, we turn to the rhythms of your heart as it rests. Your heart rate slows by 10 to 30 beats per minute during deep sleep. Throughout the waking hours, your heart works steadily to keep pace with the demands of movement, thought, and emotion. But as you descend into deeper sleep, this tireless muscle is finally granted a reprieve. Your heart rate can drop by 10 to 30 beats each minute, allowing the cardiac muscle to rest and recover from the day's exertion. This slowing is governed by your autonomic nervous system, which shifts from the alert state of waking to a calmer, restorative mode. Blood pressure falls alongside, easing strain on vessel walls and reducing the workload on the heart. Over a full night, these slower beats add up to thousands of beats saved, a gift of rest to the hardest-working muscle in your body. The rhythm rises during dream sleep and falls again during deeper phases, but the overall effect is profound and essential recuperation. Even your hardworking heart needs to sleep. Your blood pressure falls to its lowest point of the day while you sleep. As the night deepens and your body settles into rest, your blood pressure begins a steady decline, reaching levels lower than at any other point in your day. This nocturnal dip is a natural part of the sleep process, allowing your blood vessels and heart to recover from the demands of daily life. The walls of your arteries, which have withstood pressure throughout every activity, are now granted a reprieve. This reduction typically amounts to 10 to 20% below your daytime average, contributing to cardiovascular health over the long term. Research has shown that people who do not experience this dip may face higher risks of heart problems, underscoring the importance of restful sleep. The body understands what it needs, and each night it orchestrates this quiet and careful lowering of pressure so that by morning, your heart and vessels are refreshed. Your blood vessels relax and widen during the night, easing strain on your heart. While you rest, the smooth muscles that line your blood vessels begin to loosen their grip, allowing the walls to expand and the channels to widen throughout your body. This relaxation, known as vasodilation, reduces the resistance against which your heart must pump, easing its workload considerably. The effect is most pronounced during deeper stages of sleep, when your body enters its most restorative state. This widening allows blood to flow more freely to tissues in need of repair, delivering oxygen and nutrients while carrying away waste. The process is coordinated by hormones and nervous system signals, all working to create ideal conditions for recovery. Over time, regular restful sleep supports the flexibility of these vessel walls, helping to prevent stiffening that can occur with age. Each night, as you lie still, your blood vessels are quietly opening and widening. Your heart follows a predictable rhythm through each stage of sleep. As you cycle through the stages of sleep, your heart follows along faithfully, adjusting its rhythm to match each phase. During lighter stages, the heartbeat remains close to its waking pace, slowing only slightly as you begin to drift. As you descend into deep sleep, the rhythm becomes slower and more regular, reflecting the profound calm of this restorative state. When dream sleep arrives, the heart quickens again, sometimes beating with a flutter that mirrors the emotional intensity of dreams. This pattern repeats throughout the night, with the heart rising and falling in tempo several times before morning. The predictability of this cycle is a sign of a healthy sleep system, a complex dance choreographed by the brain and carried out faithfully by the heart. Even in rest, your cardiovascular system remains faithfully attuned to every subtle shift of consciousness. Your body reduces cortisol levels, allowing stress to dissolve as you rest. Cortisol, often called the stress hormone, rises sharply in the morning to help you wake and meet the day with alertness. As night falls and sleep begins, its levels gradually decline, reaching their lowest point during the deepest hours of rest. This nightly reduction is essential for recovery, allowing your nervous system to shift from the alert vigilance of waking to a calmer, more restorative state. When cortisol remains elevated, it can disrupt sleep architecture, preventing the deep and dream stages from unfolding fully. Chronic stress can disturb this natural rhythm, leading to nights of fragmented sleep and mornings of lingering fatigue. But when sleep comes easily and deeply, cortisol retreats, and the body is freed to focus on repair and renewal. This quiet dissolution of stress is one of sleep's most precious and wonderful gifts, a nightly unburdening. Your immune system releases proteins called cytokines that fight infection while you sleep. While you rest, your immune system does not sleep. It becomes more active in certain ways, releasing signaling proteins called cytokines that coordinate the body's defenses against infection and inflammation. Some cytokines promote sleep itself, creating a feedback loop in which illness makes you drowsy, and sleep, in turn, helps you heal more efficiently. During deep sleep, the production of these protective proteins increases, arming your body to fight off pathogens more effectively than it could while you are awake. This is why rest feels so essential when you are unwell. Your body is directing its resources toward defense. Sleep deprivation weakens this immune response, making you more susceptible to colds and other infections. Each night of restful sleep reinforces the walls of your immune system, quietly and faithfully standing guard while you lie still. And from the guardians of your immune system, we turn to the quiet work of memory. Your brain replays the day's events during sleep, strengthening memories. As you drift through the stages of sleep, your brain quietly revisits the experiences of the day, replaying them in compressed bursts of neural activity. This replay occurs primarily during deep sleep and dream sleep, when the brain consolidates what it has learned, transferring fragile short-term memories into more durable long-term storage. Studies have shown that specific patterns of brain activity recorded during learning reappear during sleep, as though the brain is rehearsing what it wishes to remember for the future. This process strengthens the neural pathways involved, making recall easier and more reliable when you wake. Without adequate sleep, this consolidation falters and memories fade more quickly. Each night, while you lie still, your brain is sifting through the day, deciding what to keep and what to let go, shaping the story of your life. Your hippocampus transfers memories to long-term storage while you dream. The hippocampus, a seahorse-shaped structure nestled deep within your brain, serves as a temporary holding area for new memories formed during your waking hours. During sleep, it works together with the cortex to transfer these memories into more permanent storage, a process that unfolds over multiple sleep cycles throughout the night. This dialogue between brain regions is most active during slow-wave sleep and REM sleep, when the hippocampus replays recent experiences and the cortex carefully integrates them with existing knowledge. The result is a richer, more connected web of memory that supports learning, problem-solving, and creativity. Without this nightly transfer, new memories would remain fragile, easily disrupted by the demands of the next day. Sleep allows the hippocampus to clear space for new experiences while carefully preserving what matters most. Your brain prunes unnecessary neural connections during sleep, making room for new learning. Throughout the day, your brain forms countless new connections as you encounter new information and experiences. Not all of these connections are worth keeping, and during sleep, the brain engages in a process of careful selective pruning, weakening or eliminating synapses that are no longer needed for your survival or well-being. This synaptic downscaling helps to maintain the efficiency of neural networks, ensuring that important signals stand out clearly against the noise of less useful information. Deep sleep is especially important for this process, allowing the brain to reset and prepare itself for new learning the following day. Without adequate rest, the brain becomes cluttered with unnecessary connections, making it harder to focus and absorb new information. Sleep is not merely rest, it is a careful and thoughtful editing of the mind. And as you rest with these thoughts, let your body settle a little deeper. Notice the weight of your limbs against the surface beneath you. There is nowhere else to be, nothing to hold on to, just stillness, just rest. Your brain consolidates motor skills you practiced during the day. When you learn a new physical skill, whether playing an instrument, typing, or riding a bicycle, your brain does not stop working on it once you put down the task and close your eyes for the night. During sleep, the brain carefully replays the sequences of movement you practiced, strengthening the neural circuits responsible for fine coordination and precise timing. This consolidation occurs primarily during the lighter stages of sleep and REM sleep, when motor regions of the brain become active even though the body is perfectly still. Studies have shown that sleep after practice can lead to significant improvements in performance, sometimes more than additional practice alone could provide. The next time you notice a skill feeling easier after a night of rest, you are witnessing this remarkable process unfold within. Sleep transforms effort into mastery, quietly and wonderfully. Your emotional memories are processed and softened during REM sleep. The events of the day often carry emotional weight, and during REM sleep, your brain works patiently to process and integrate these experiences into your broader understanding of life. The amygdala, the brain's emotional center, becomes highly active during dream sleep, while levels of stress-related chemicals like noradrenaline drop to their lowest point of the day. This unique neurochemical environment allows the brain to revisit emotionally charged memories without the full intensity of the original experience. Over time, this processing can soften the emotional edge of difficult memories, helping you to recall events without being overwhelmed by the feelings they once evoked. Dreams may play a central role in this process, weaving emotional fragments into narratives that help the mind make sense of what has happened. Sleep heals not just the body, but the heart as well. Your brain creates new connections between unrelated ideas while you dream. During the free-flowing state of dreaming, your brain is liberated from the logical constraints of waking thought that normally govern your mind during the day. Ideas and memories that would never meet during the day are allowed to intermingle freely, forming unexpected connections and novel associations. This is why dreams can feel so strange, blending familiar people, places, and events in ways that defy ordinary logic. Yet this apparent randomness serves a deeper purpose, for out of these strange collisions can emerge creative insights and solutions to problems that have lingered in the waking mind. Many artists, scientists, and inventors have credited dreams with sparking their greatest breakthroughs. Sleep does not merely rest the mind, it allows it to wander into territories that waking life cannot reach. Creativity often begins in darkness, in the fertile silence of the sleeping mind. And from the creative workings of your dreaming mind, we turn to the physical repairs happening in your tissues. Your skin cells divide and regenerate faster during the night than during the day. Your skin, the largest organ of your body, undergoes a remarkable transformation each night while you sleep peacefully. Cell division in the deepest layers of the skin accelerates during sleep, producing new cells to replace those lost through the wear and friction of daily life. Blood flow to the skin increases significantly, delivering oxygen and essential nutrients to support this regeneration and repair throughout the night. At the same time, the production of collagen rises, helping to maintain the skin's structure and elasticity and to repair damage from the sun. This is why chronic sleep deprivation can leave the skin looking dull and aged, while regular restful sleep contributes to a healthier, more vibrant appearance. The phrase beauty sleep carries more truth than many realize. Each night, your skin quietly and faithfully renews itself while you rest. Your body produces collagen while you sleep, keeping your skin firm and elastic. Collagen is the protein that gives your skin its firmness, strength, and ability to bounce back from pressure and daily wear throughout your entire life. During sleep, especially during the deep restorative stages, your body substantially increases the production of this essential protein, laying down new fibers to replace those damaged by sunlight, movement, and the passage of time. Growth hormone, which surges during deep sleep, plays a key role in stimulating collagen synthesis throughout your body. Without adequate sleep, collagen production slows, and the skin may become thinner and less resilient over the years. This is one of the reasons why sleep-deprived skin often shows signs of premature aging. Each night of deep rest is an investment in the suppleness and strength of your skin, a quiet and wonderful act of renewal that unfolds while you dream. Your muscles repair microscopic tears sustained during the day. Every movement you make, from walking to lifting to simply holding your posture, creates tiny tears in the muscle fibers. These micro-traumas are a normal part of physical activity, and they are essential for building strength, for it is through repair that muscles grow stronger. During sleep, your body directs resources toward healing these tears, sending increased blood flow to damaged tissues and releasing growth hormone to stimulate protein synthesis. The deep stages of sleep are particularly important for this repair work, as the body conserves energy and focuses on restoration. Without adequate rest, muscles have less time to heal, and fatigue accumulates over time. This is why athletes and those who exercise regularly often require more sleep than sedentary individuals. Each night, while you lie still, your muscles are quietly knitting themselves back together, preparing you for another day of movement. Your bones rebuild and strengthen during deep sleep cycles. Your bones, though they appear solid and unchanging, are in a constant state of remodeling throughout your life. Old bone tissue is broken down by specialized cells called osteoclasts, while new bone is laid down by osteoblasts. This process of renewal occurs throughout your life, but it is during deep sleep that it reaches its peak. Growth hormone, released in surges during the deepest stages of rest, stimulates the activity of osteoblasts, encouraging the deposition of new bone matrix. This is particularly important during childhood and adolescence, when the skeleton is growing rapidly, but it remains vital for maintaining bone density in adults. Without sufficient deep sleep, the balance between bone breakdown and bone formation can be disrupted, increasing the risk of weakness over time. Each night of deep and restful sleep strengthens the very structure that supports you. Your tendons and ligaments receive increased blood flow for repair as you rest. The tendons and ligaments that connect your muscles to bones and joints to one another are tough, fibrous tissues carefully designed to withstand great forces throughout daily life. Yet they are also prone to wear, especially in those who are physically active or who spend long hours on their feet. During sleep, blood flow to these connective tissues increases, delivering the oxygen and nutrients needed for thorough repair. Because these tissues have relatively poor blood supply compared to muscles, they require extended periods of rest to heal effectively. Chronic sleep deprivation can slow this repair, leading to lingering stiffness or discomfort in the joints. Sleep gives your body the time it needs to restore these essential structures, ensuring that when you wake, your movements are smooth and unrestricted. Each night, your joints are quietly and faithfully renewed. Your liver detoxifies your blood most efficiently during the sleeping hours. Your liver, the body's great chemical factory, works tirelessly to filter toxins from your blood, metabolize nutrients, and produce essential proteins for your health. While it never truly stops, its detoxification processes reach their peak during the night, when the body's metabolic demands are lower. During sleep, blood flow to the liver increases, allowing more blood to be processed and cleansed effectively. The liver also uses this time to replenish its stores of glycogen, the energy reserve that will fuel your waking hours. Alcohol, medications, and environmental toxins are more efficiently broken down and excreted during rest, which is one of the reasons why insufficient sleep can leave you feeling sluggish and unwell. Each night, your liver quietly works to clear the residue of the day, preparing your body for a fresh and healthy start when morning comes. And from the cleansing work of your liver, we turn to the hormones that regulate your nightly transformation. Your pineal gland releases melatonin as darkness falls, signaling sleep to begin. Deep within your brain, a tiny gland no larger than a grain of rice responds carefully to the fading light of evening outside. This is the pineal gland, and as darkness falls, it begins to release melatonin, a hormone that signals to every system in your body that the time for sleep has arrived. Melatonin does not force you to sleep, but it opens the door, lowering your body temperature, slowing your heart rate, and quieting your mind in preparation for rest. Its release follows a circadian rhythm, rising steadily in the evening and falling as dawn approaches. Exposure to artificial light at night can suppress melatonin production, making it harder to fall asleep and disrupting the quality of rest. Protecting this natural rhythm is one of the simplest ways to support your sleep. Each night, your pineal gland guides you gently and faithfully toward rest and restoration. Your pituitary gland pulses growth hormone into your bloodstream during deep sleep. The pituitary gland, often called the master gland for its remarkable control over so many bodily functions, becomes especially active during deep sleep. In rhythmic pulses, It releases growth hormone into your bloodstream, triggering a cascade of repair and renewal throughout your entire body. This hormone stimulates the liver to produce insulin-like growth factor, which in turn promotes the growth and repair of tissues in nearly every organ. The pulses are tightly synchronized with the slow, rolling brain waves of deep sleep, and if this stage is disrupted, the release of growth hormone is diminished. In children, this hormone drives the growth of bones and muscles, while in adults, it maintains muscle mass, supports metabolism, and aids in tissue repair. Each night, your pituitary gland works silently and faithfully to keep your body youthful, strong, and well. Your body produces prolactin during sleep, supporting immune function and tissue repair. Prolactin is a hormone most often associated with lactation, but its roles extend far beyond that single function. During sleep, prolactin levels rise steadily, reaching their peak in the hours before dawn. This hormone supports the immune system, helping to regulate the activity of white blood cells and enhancing the body's ability to fight infection. It also plays a role in tissue repair, particularly in the skin and internal organs. Some researchers believe that prolactin contributes to the feelings of calm and relaxation that accompany restful sleep, helping to quiet the nervous system and promote deeper rest. Without adequate sleep, prolactin levels may fall and the body's defenses can be weakened. Each night, this unassuming hormone works behind the scenes, supporting your health and well-being in ways that are only beginning to be fully understood. Your leptin levels rise as you sleep, suppressing hunger until morning. Leptin is a hormone produced by your fat cells, and its primary role is to signal to your brain that you have enough energy stored and do not need to eat at this particular moment. During sleep, leptin levels rise steadily, helping to suppress appetite through the night so that you can rest without being awakened by hunger. This rise in leptin is one of the reasons why a full night of sleep can leave you feeling satisfied rather than ravenous in the morning. When sleep is cut short, leptin levels fall and levels of ghrelin, the hunger hormone, rise in response, often leading to increased appetite and cravings the following day. Chronic sleep deprivation can significantly disrupt this balance, contributing to weight gain over time. Each night, leptin quietly and faithfully keeps hunger at bay, allowing your body to focus on rest and repair instead of seeking food. Your insulin sensitivity improves during restful sleep, helping regulate blood sugar. Insulin is the hormone that allows your cells to absorb glucose from the blood, providing them with the vital energy they need to function properly each day. During restful sleep, your body's sensitivity to insulin improves, meaning that less of the hormone is needed to keep blood sugar levels stable and balanced. This improved sensitivity helps to prevent the spikes and crashes in blood sugar that can leave you feeling fatigued and irritable. When sleep is disrupted or insufficient, insulin sensitivity decreases, and the body must produce more insulin to achieve the same effect, a pattern that over time can increase the risk of metabolic disorders. By supporting healthy sleep, you are also supporting the delicate balance of your blood sugar regulation. Each night of rest helps to keep your energy steady and your metabolism in beautiful harmony. Your thyroid hormone levels fluctuate throughout sleep stages, regulating metabolism. The thyroid gland, a butterfly-shaped organ at the base of your throat, produces hormones that regulate the speed of your metabolism, influencing how quickly your body uses energy. During sleep, thyroid hormone levels follow a rhythm that carefully mirrors the stages of rest, rising and falling in response to the needs of your body. Deep sleep tends to lower the demand for thyroid hormones, as the body's metabolic rate decreases during this restorative phase. Dream sleep, with its increased brain activity, may slightly elevate thyroid function once again. This fluctuation is part of the body's delicate balancing act, ensuring that energy is directed where it is needed most at each stage of the night. Without restful sleep, this rhythm can be disrupted, leading to feelings of fatigue and sluggishness. Each night, your thyroid quietly and faithfully adjusts. And from the hormonal tides that govern your rest, we turn to the breath that sustains you through the night. Your breathing rate slows and becomes more regular during non-REM sleep. During the non-REM stages of sleep, when your body is in its most restful state, your breathing settles into a slow, steady rhythm. The breaths become deeper and more regular, reflecting the profound calm that has descended upon your nervous system. Your respiratory rate may drop from the usual 12 to 20 breaths per minute to as few as 8 or 10, conserving energy and allowing your body to focus on repair. This steadiness is a sign of parasympathetic dominance, the rest and digest mode that governs your body during sleep. The muscles that control your breathing relax, yet continue to work with quiet efficiency throughout the hours of rest. This rhythmic breathing helps to oxygenate your blood consistently throughout the night, supporting all the other restorative processes taking place. In this stillness, each breath is a gentle and nourishing wave of renewal. Your diaphragm does most of the breathing work while your body rests. The diaphragm, a dome-shaped muscle that sits beneath your lungs, is the primary engine of your breathing. During waking hours, you may use your chest and accessory muscles to help draw in air, especially during exertion or stress. But as you fall asleep, these muscles relax, and the diaphragm takes over almost entirely. It contracts and flattens with each inhalation, drawing air deep into your lungs, then relaxes to push the air gently out. This diaphragmatic breathing is more efficient and requires less energy, allowing your body to conserve resources for repair and restoration. It also promotes a deeper sense of calm, activating the parasympathetic nervous system and supporting the restorative processes of sleep. The slow, rhythmic movement of your diaphragm is one of the most fundamental acts of life. Each quiet breath is the diaphragm's steady work, sustaining you through the night. Your airways relax during sleep, which can cause snoring in some people. As your muscles relax during sleep, so too do the soft tissues of your throat and airway. In most people, this relaxation causes no disruption, and air flows freely through the nose and down into the lungs. But in some, the relaxed tissues can partially obstruct the airway, causing vibrations as air squeezes through a narrower passage. This is the sound of snoring, a phenomenon that affects millions of people each night. The exact pitch and volume of the sound depend on the degree of obstruction and the speed of airflow. While occasional snoring is usually harmless, persistent or loud snoring can sometimes indicate a more serious condition in which the airway becomes briefly blocked multiple times during the night. For most, however, snoring is simply a consequence of the deep relaxation that sleep brings, a small and harmless price for the profound rest your body needs. Your breathing becomes irregular during REM sleep, mirroring the intensity of dreams. In contrast to the steady rhythm of non-REM sleep, your breathing during REM sleep can become surprisingly irregular. Breaths may quicken, slow, or pause briefly as you journey through vivid dreams. This variability reflects the heightened activity in your brain as the emotional and visual centers light up with the imaginings of sleep. The brain's signals that would normally regulate breathing become less consistent, allowing the breath to follow the contours of the dream. If you dream of running through open fields, your breathing may quicken. If you find yourself in a peaceful scene, it may slow and deepen gently. This connection between breath and dream is a beautiful reminder that even in sleep, the mind and body remain intimately linked. Your breath tells the hidden story of your dreams, rising and falling with each imagined and vivid moment. Your lungs continue to exchange oxygen and carbon dioxide with remarkable efficiency all night. Even as you rest, your lungs never cease their vital work. With each breath, oxygen passes from the air sacs into your bloodstream, while carbon dioxide, the waste product of cellular activity, moves in the opposite direction to be exhaled. This exchange continues throughout the night with quiet efficiency, ensuring that every cell in your body receives the oxygen it needs to function and repair. During sleep, your metabolic demands are lower, so the rate of exchange slows, but the process remains steady and reliable. The lungs are beautiful organs, their surfaces vast enough to fill a tennis court if spread flat, yet folded neatly within your chest. All through the long hours of the night, they breathe for you, sustaining life while you are far away in dreams. It is a process so constant that it is easy to forget how essential and remarkable it truly is. Your body uses less oxygen during sleep than at any other time. Sleep is the most energy-efficient state your body can achieve. With no need to move, think actively, or respond to the outside world, your metabolic rate falls to its lowest point during the quiet night. This reduced activity means your cells require less oxygen to carry out their essential functions. Your heart beats more slowly, your breathing becomes shallow and steady, and the demand on your cardiovascular system eases considerably. This conservation of oxygen and energy allows your body to redirect resources toward repair and restoration. Tissues are rebuilt, memories are consolidated, and the immune system is strengthened, all while your oxygen consumption dips quietly below its waking levels. It is a testament to the efficiency of your body that it can accomplish so much while using so little. Every breath taken in sleep is a beautiful lesson in conservation and restoration. And from the rhythm of your breath, we turn to the digestive system and its nightly pause. Your stomach slows its churning as you drift into deeper sleep. The stomach, that muscular pouch responsible for the breaking down of food, also takes a well-deserved rest as you sleep. During your waking hours, it contracts rhythmically to mix food with digestive juices, working to reduce your meal to a form that can be absorbed by the body. But as you enter deeper stages of sleep, these contractions slow considerably. The parasympathetic nervous system, which promotes rest and digestion, gently turns down the activity in your gut. This slowing allows the stomach to conserve energy and focus on other aspects of digestion, such as the absorption of nutrients in the intestines. While the stomach rests, the intestines continue to absorb the goodness from your last meal at a measured pace. The quiet in your belly is part of the larger calm that descends over your entire body as you sleep, a peaceful and quiet pause in the work of nourishment. Your intestines continue to move food slowly through the night. While the stomach may slow down, your intestines remain gently active throughout the long, quiet night. The smooth muscles lining your intestinal walls contract in rhythmic waves known as peristalsis, pushing the remnants of your last meal slowly along the digestive tract. This movement is slower than during the waking day, but it never fully stops. The small intestine continues to absorb nutrients, vitamins, and essential minerals, while the large intestine works patiently to reclaim water and prepare waste for elimination. By the time you wake, much of this work will be complete, ready for a new day. This nocturnal activity ensures that by morning, your digestive system is prepared and ready to process the day's first meal. Even in the depths of sleep, your body is quietly preparing for the demands of waking life, one gentle contraction at a time, never entirely resting even as you sleep. Your gut bacteria remain active while you sleep, aiding digestion and immunity. Within your intestines lives a vast and diverse community of microorganisms, collectively known as the gut microbiome. These trillions of bacteria, fungi, and other microbes do not take a break when you sleep. Instead, they continue their essential work, fermenting fiber, producing vitamins, and training your immune system to recognize threats. During sleep, when the gut is less disturbed by incoming food, these bacteria have a chance to thrive and multiply. The balance of your gut microbiome is closely tied to your overall health, influencing everything from digestion to mood and even the quality of your sleep. As you rest, your gut inhabitants are busy supporting you, breaking down what you have eaten and strengthening your defenses against illness. Your microbiome is a silent and faithful partner in your nightly renewal, working tirelessly in the dark. Your body absorbs nutrients from your last meal most effectively during sleep. While you drift through the stages of sleep, your digestive system is quietly at work, absorbing the nutrients from your final meal of the day. The slowing of stomach activity allows food to move into the small intestine at a measured pace, where nutrients are extracted and absorbed into the bloodstream. Proteins are broken down into amino acids for tissue repair, carbohydrates are stored as glycogen for energy, and fats are processed for later use. The calm state of your body during sleep supports this absorption, as blood flow is redirected to the organs responsible for digestion rather than to active muscles. This is one reason why a steady eating routine supports healthy sleep. Your body learns when to expect nourishment and prepares accordingly. By morning, the work is largely done, and your body is nourished, renewed, and fully ready for the day ahead. And as you drift through these truths, allow yourself to soften. Your body knows what to do. You have done enough today. Let sleep carry you now, like a river carrying a leaf. Your saliva production decreases during sleep, which is why you may wake with a dry mouth. The glands that produce saliva, those tireless workers during your waking hours, slow their output considerably as you sleep. Saliva serves many purposes throughout the day, keeping your mouth moist and comfortable, aiding in the first stages of digestion, protecting your teeth from decay, and helping to fight off harmful bacteria that might otherwise cause harm. But as your body enters rest mode, many systems reduce their activity, and saliva production is no exception to this rule. This is why you may wake in the morning with a dry mouth or a feeling of thirst that sends you reaching quickly for a glass of water. Sleeping with your mouth open, whether due to congestion or habit, can make this effect more noticeable. It is a simple reminder of how many functions your body quietly adjusts during the night, conserving precious energy where it can. Your kidneys slow urine production while you sleep, allowing longer rest without waking. During the day, your kidneys filter blood and produce urine at a steady rate, removing waste and excess fluid from your body. But as night falls and you drift into sleep, hormone signals tell your kidneys to slow down their activity. A hormone called vasopressin, also known as antidiuretic hormone, is released in greater quantities during sleep. It reduces the amount of urine your kidneys produce, concentrating the waste into a smaller volume of fluid. This allows you to sleep for 6, 7, or even 8 hours without needing to wake and use the bathroom at all. It is a clever and wise adaptation, one that helps preserve the continuity of your rest and slumber. As you age, the efficiency of this system may decline, which is why some people find themselves waking more often during the night. But for most, the kidneys remain faithful and quiet guardians of your rest and slumber. Your bladder expands to hold more fluid during the night. The bladder is a remarkably flexible organ, capable of stretching to accommodate varying amounts of fluid throughout both the day and night. During sleep, it takes full advantage of this natural flexibility, expanding gently and patiently to hold the reduced but still accumulating urine produced by your kidneys. The signals that would normally tell you to empty your bladder are suppressed during sleep, allowing the organ to fill more fully before sending the urgent message to your brain. This is why you can sleep through the night without interruption, even as your bladder slowly fills. It is a coordination of hormones, muscles, and nerves, all working together to ensure that your rest is not unnecessarily disturbed. The quiet patience of your bladder is another gift of the sleeping body, one you rarely think about yet always rely upon completely every single night. And from the quiet work of your kidneys, we turn to the complex dance of your sleep cycles. Your body cycles through 4 to 6 complete sleep stages each night. Sleep is not a single, uniform state, but rather a journey through distinct stages, each with its own unique characteristics and important purpose. Throughout the night, your body cycles through these stages 4 to 6 times, depending on how long you sleep. Each cycle lasts roughly 90 minutes and includes light sleep, deep sleep, and REM sleep, the stage most associated with vivid and memorable dreaming experiences. The first cycles of the night tend to have longer periods of deep sleep, while later cycles feature more REM sleep, when most of your dreams occur. This delicate rhythm is governed by your internal clock and influenced by your sleep debt, your circadian rhythms, and even your environment. As you rest, your body moves gracefully and silently through these stages, ensuring that all the restorative processes unfold in perfect and beautiful harmony. Your first REM period lasts only about 10 minutes, but they grow longer toward morning. REM sleep, the stage in which most vivid dreaming occurs, arrives first about 90 minutes after you fall asleep. This initial REM period is brief, lasting only around 10 minutes or so. But as the night progresses and you move through more cycles, each subsequent REM period grows longer and more intense in its activity. By the final cycles of the night, REM sleep may last 30 minutes or more, filled with elaborate dreams and rapid eye movements beneath your closed lids. This pattern reflects the shifting priorities of sleep, with deep, restorative sleep dominating the early hours and lighter, dream-filled sleep taking over as morning approaches. It is one reason why you are more likely to remember a dream if you are woken late in the night or early in the morning. Your brain spends more and more time in REM as the peaceful dawn draws near, lost in the wonderful world of dreams. Your deepest sleep occurs in the first third of the night. The deepest stage of sleep, known as slow-wave sleep or deep sleep, is concentrated in the early hours of the night. During this important and restorative stage, your brain produces slow, powerful electrical waves that are associated with physical restoration, tissue repair, and the consolidation of important memories. It is the hardest stage from which to be woken, and if you are roused from deep sleep, you may feel groggy and disoriented for some time afterward. As the night progresses, the proportion of deep sleep in each cycle decreases, giving way to lighter sleep and more REM. This front-loading of deep sleep ensures that your body gets the most critical restorative work done early in the night, even if your sleep is cut short. The first few hours of sleep are among the most precious of all, a solid foundation of restoration upon which the entire night of rest is built. Your brain waves change dramatically between sleep stages. The electrical activity of your brain shifts remarkably as you move through the various stages of sleep. In wakefulness, your brain produces fast, low-amplitude waves known as beta waves. As you drift into light sleep, these waves slow and grow larger, becoming alpha and then theta waves. In deep sleep, the waves become slow and powerful, sweeping across your brain in synchronized rhythms known as delta waves. But during REM sleep, the pattern changes again, the waves becoming rapid and irregular, resembling those of a waking brain engaged in active thought and problem solving. These changing patterns are not merely side effects of sleep, but are essential to its restorative functions. Each type of brain wave supports different processes, from memory consolidation to emotional regulation. The symphony of your sleeping brain is a complex and truly beautiful thing, a wondrous masterpiece composed anew each night. Your body briefly wakes between sleep cycles, though you rarely remember it. Between each cycle of sleep, there is often a brief moment of wakefulness that you do not notice or remember. Your brain surfaces from the depths of sleep, checks its surroundings to ensure complete safety, and then dives back down into the next cycle of rest. Most of the time, you have no memory of these awakenings, as they are too brief to register in your conscious mind. You may shift position, adjust your blankets, or simply lie still for a few seconds before drifting off again. These micro-awakenings are a normal part of sleep architecture and do not diminish the quality of your rest unless they become prolonged or frequent. They are a sign that your brain remains connected to the world even as it rests, ready to respond if needed, ever watchful even in the depths of slumber, a silent and faithful guardian keeping watch through the quiet hours of the night. Your sleep architecture shifts as you age, with less deep sleep in later years. Sleep changes as you grow older, reflecting the shifting needs of your body at each stage of life. In childhood, deep sleep makes up a large portion of the night, supporting growth, development, and the rapid learning that defines those early and formative years. But as you move into adulthood and beyond, the balance shifts gradually over time. The proportion of deep sleep decreases, and lighter sleep stages become more prominent. Older adults may find themselves waking more often during the night and sleeping less deeply than they did in their youth. This is a natural part of the aging process, though it can affect energy levels and overall well-being. Understanding these changes can help you adapt your habits and expectations. Sleep remains essential at every age, even if its form evolves gently and naturally over the passing years of your entire life. And from the architecture of sleep, we turn to the strange phenomena that occur as you rest. Your body may jerk suddenly as you fall asleep, a reflex called a hypnic jerk. As you drift into sleep, your muscles gradually relax and your body begins to let go of the tensions and stresses of the day. But sometimes, just as you are about to cross the threshold into sleep, your body jerks suddenly, a brief and involuntary contraction of the muscles that may startle you awake for a moment. This is known as a hypnic jerk, and it is a very common experience, shared by people all around the world every single night. Scientists believe it may be a remnant of an ancient reflex, a response to the sensation of falling that kept our ancestors safe as they slept in trees. It may also be caused by a misinterpretation by the brain, which senses the relaxation of muscles as a sign of falling. Though startling, hypnic jerks are harmless and usually pass quickly, leaving you to drift peacefully back into the welcoming arms of restful and restorative sleep. Your sense of time dissolves during sleep, making minutes feel like hours. Time is a strange and fluid thing when you are asleep. Minutes may stretch into what feels like hours, and hours may pass in what seems like the blink of an eye. During sleep, the parts of your brain responsible for tracking time become less active, and your perception of duration becomes unreliable. Dreams can feel endlessly long, filling your sleeping mind with elaborate adventures and vivid experiences, yet when you wake, you may find that only a short time has passed. Conversely, an entire night can slip by in what feels like an instant, leaving you surprised when the morning alarm sounds. This altered sense of time is one of the many ways in which sleep transports you to a different state of consciousness, one where the usual rules of waking life no longer apply. It is a reminder that time itself is a perception, shaped by the remarkable activity of your brain. Your brain can process external sounds while you sleep, filtering for important signals. Even as you sleep, your brain remains alert to the sounds around you, filtering them for signs of importance. A gentle rustle or a distant hum may pass unnoticed, but the sound of your name being called or the cry of a child can wake you instantly from your slumber. This selective attention is a remnant of our evolutionary past, when sleeping safely meant remaining partly aware of potential threats in the environment. The brain accomplishes this remarkable feat by processing sounds through the auditory cortex even during sleep, evaluating their significance and deciding whether to rouse your conscious mind. Familiar sounds, like the hum of a fan, are easily ignored, while unexpected sounds trigger awakening. This ability ensures that you can rest deeply while remaining ready to respond to genuine emergencies. It is another example of the beautiful balance your brain strikes each night. Your sense of smell shuts down almost completely during sleep. Unlike your hearing, which remains partially active during sleep, your sense of smell largely shuts down when you drift off to rest. Studies have shown that odors, even strong or unpleasant ones, are unlikely to wake you from slumber unless they are associated with danger, such as the smell of smoke. This is because the olfactory system, which processes smells, becomes less responsive during sleep, particularly during the deeper stages. It is thought that this reduction in smell sensitivity allows you to rest without being disturbed by the many odors present in your environment. However, this also means that you cannot rely on smells to wake you in an emergency. Throughout human history, fires have posed a threat during the vulnerable hours of sleep, which is why modern smoke detectors rely on sound rather than scent to alert sleeping people. The quiet shutdown of your nose is one of the trade-offs for rest. Your pain threshold increases slightly while you sleep. During sleep, your perception of pain becomes slightly dulled, a phenomenon that reflects the broader quieting of sensory processing that occurs each night. While you are not immune to pain during sleep, studies have shown that the threshold for experiencing discomfort rises, meaning that minor aches or irritations are less likely to disturb your rest. This change is thought to be connected to the reduced activity of certain brain regions involved in processing sensory information and generating conscious awareness. It is one of the ways in which your body protects your rest, ensuring that small disturbances do not interrupt the vital work of restoration. However, significant pain can still wake you from sleep, serving as a safety mechanism that alerts you to potential injury or illness. The subtle increase in your pain threshold is another gift of the sleeping state, helping you rest deeply. Your body sometimes produces more earwax during restful sleep. Earwax, or cerumen, is a natural substance produced by glands in your ear canal to protect and lubricate this delicate passage. Some research suggests that during restful sleep, when your body is in a state of repair and renewal, the production of earwax may increase slightly. This could be part of the body's effort to clear debris and protect the ear canal during the vulnerable hours of the night. The wax traps dust, bacteria, and other particles, preventing them from reaching the sensitive inner structures of the ear. While you may not notice this subtle process, it is another example of the many quiet maintenance tasks your body performs while you rest. By morning, your ears have been gently cleansed and protected, ready for another day of hearing the sounds of the world around you. The production of earwax is humble but important work, carried out without any conscious effort. And from these peculiar nightly occurrences, we turn to the dreaming mind and its mysteries. Your dreams occur mostly during REM sleep, but also in lighter stages. Dreams are most vivid and memorable during REM sleep, when your brain becomes highly active and your eyes dart rapidly beneath your closed lids. However, dreaming is not limited to this stage alone. Research has shown that dreams can also occur during lighter stages of sleep, though these dreams tend to be shorter, less vivid, and more fragmented in their nature. The dreams of REM sleep often have narrative structure and emotional intensity, weaving together images, feelings, and even sounds into elaborate stories. Dreams from non-REM sleep are usually simpler, more like fleeting thoughts or brief images passing through the sleeping mind. As you cycle through the stages of sleep each night, you may dream in different ways at different times, your sleeping brain creating a rich tapestry of nocturnal experience. This variety of dreaming reflects the layered nature of sleep, a journey through many states of rest. Your brain paralyzes your vocal cords during REM sleep, silencing your dream speech. During REM sleep, when dreams are at their most vivid and elaborate, your brain takes steps to ensure that you do not act out the adventures unfolding in your sleeping mind. One of these measures is the paralysis of your vocal cords, which prevents you from speaking or crying out during your dreams. This silencing is part of the broader muscle atonia that affects your entire body during REM, keeping your limbs still even as your dreaming self runs, climbs, or flies. Without this protective mechanism, sleepers might shout, scream, or murmur their way through the night, disturbing their own rest and that of others nearby. The paralysis of your vocal cords is temporary, lifting as soon as you emerge from REM sleep. It is yet another example of the intricate safeguards your brain employs to ensure that sleep remains peaceful, restful, and undisturbed throughout the long hours of night. Your dreams may last from a few seconds to over 30 minutes. The duration of your dreams can vary enormously, from the briefest flash of an image to a sprawling narrative that seems to last for half an hour or even longer. Some dreams are so short that you barely notice them, a fleeting impression that fades the moment you wake. Others are so long and detailed that you could retell them like a story, full of characters, settings, and surprising twists. The length of a dream is influenced by the stage of sleep in which it occurs and the time of night, with longer and more elaborate dreams tending to occur in the later REM periods toward morning. Despite the feeling that some dreams last for ages, time within a dream does not always match real time. Studies have shown that certain dream actions can happen faster or slower than they would in waking life. The experience of time within dreams remains one of the many fascinating mysteries of the sleeping mind. Your brain often incorporates external sounds into your dreams. While you dream, your brain remains somewhat aware of the world around you, and external sounds can sometimes find their way into the narrative of your sleeping mind. An alarm clock might become a ringing telephone in your dream, or the sound of rain on the window might transform into a rushing waterfall in your unconscious story. This phenomenon illustrates the way in which your sleeping brain continues to process sensory input, weaving it into the fabric of your dreams rather than allowing it to wake you fully. It is a testament to the creative power of the dreaming mind, which can incorporate almost any stimulus into its imaginative landscape. Familiar sounds are more likely to be absorbed without causing you to wake, while sudden or alarming sounds may still rouse you from your slumber. The blending of inner and outer worlds during sleep is one of the many remarkable features of the dreaming state. Your prefrontal cortex, the center of logic, becomes less active during dreams. The prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for logic, planning, and rational thought, becomes significantly less active during dreaming sleep. This reduction in activity helps explain why dreams often feel so strange and illogical, full of impossible situations and unlikely events that you accept without question while they are happening. In waking life, your prefrontal cortex acts as a filter, helping you to distinguish between what is possible and what is not. During dreams, this filter is largely switched off, allowing the mind to wander freely through scenarios that would seem absurd by the light of day. You might find yourself flying through the sky, talking to animals, or meeting people who have passed, all without a trace of doubt. It is only upon waking that the strangeness becomes apparent. The quieting of your logical mind is what makes dreams such wondrous journeys. Your amygdala, the emotional center, becomes more active while you dream. While your prefrontal cortex grows quiet during dreams, your amygdala, the brain's emotional center, becomes more active. This shift helps explain why dreams are often so emotionally charged, filled with fear, joy, longing, or sorrow in ways that feel vivid and real. The amygdala plays a central role in processing emotions and forming emotional memories, and its heightened activity during REM sleep may be part of how the brain works through the emotional experiences of the day. Dreams give you a safe space to rehearse emotional scenarios, to confront fears, and to process feelings that might be too overwhelming to face while awake. This emotional processing is thought to be one of the key functions of dreaming, helping to regulate mood and maintain mental well-being. When you wake from a vivid dream, you are emerging from a state of deep emotional engagement, one that has quietly worked to restore balance. And from the emotional landscapes of your dreams, we turn to the restorative work happening in your nervous system. Your sympathetic nervous system quiets down during sleep, reducing fight-or-flight responses. During waking hours, your sympathetic nervous system keeps you alert and ready to respond to challenges. It orchestrates the fight-or-flight response, raising your heart rate, quickening your breath, and sharpening your senses in the face of perceived danger. But as you drift into sleep, this system begins to quiet. The constant vigilance of the day gives way to calm as your body shifts into a state of rest. The reduction in sympathetic activity allows your heart rate and blood pressure to drop, your muscles to relax, and your breathing to slow. This transition is essential for the restorative work of sleep, creating the conditions in which repair and renewal can occur. Without this nightly calming of your nervous system, the accumulated stress of the day would never fully release. Sleep offers a sanctuary from the demands of waking life, a time when your body can truly rest. Your parasympathetic nervous system takes over, promoting rest and digestion. As your sympathetic nervous system quiets down, your parasympathetic nervous system takes the lead. Often called the rest and digest system, it promotes the functions that allow your body to recover and renew. Digestion proceeds more smoothly, energy stores are replenished, and tissues are repaired under its gentle guidance. The shift to parasympathetic dominance is marked by a slowing of the heart, a deepening of breath, and a general sense of relaxation that spreads through your entire body. This is the state in which healing happens most efficiently, when the demands of action are set aside and the quiet work of maintenance can begin. The balance between these two branches of your nervous system is one of the keys to health, and sleep is when that balance is restored. Each night, your body returns to this wonderfully peaceful and deeply restorative state. Your nerve cells repair their protective myelin coating during deep sleep. Your nerve cells are surrounded by a protective coating called myelin, which insulates them and allows electrical signals to travel quickly along their length. This coating can become worn or damaged through the ordinary activity of the day, and deep sleep provides the conditions in which it can be repaired. During the slow-wave stages of sleep, specialized cells called oligodendrocytes work to restore and strengthen the myelin sheath, ensuring that your nerves can function efficiently. This process is essential for maintaining the speed and accuracy of communication within your nervous system. Without adequate deep sleep, the repair of myelin slows and nerve function may begin to suffer over time. The quiet work of myelin repair is one of the many unseen benefits of a good night's rest. It is a gentle act of maintenance that keeps your mind quick and sharp. Your spinal cord reduces signals to your muscles during sleep, preventing movement. During sleep, particularly during REM, your spinal cord actively reduces the signals it sends to your voluntary muscles. This is part of the mechanism that keeps your body still while you dream, preventing you from acting out the movements of your sleeping adventures. The suppression of motor signals originates in the brainstem and travels down the spinal cord, creating a state of temporary paralysis that protects you and those around you from harm. Without this safeguard, sleepers might walk, run, punch, or kick as they dream. The reduction of spinal signaling is carefully timed to coincide with the most vivid stages of dreaming, and it lifts as you emerge from REM. This precise control is a remarkable example of the coordination between your brain and body as you sleep. You remain safely and peacefully still, even as your mind wanders free in distant realms. And as you rest here, your own nervous system is beginning its nightly restoration. Feel the stillness in your hands, your feet, your face. Let the weight of the day lift from your shoulders, one breath at a time. Your brain stem regulates the transition between sleep stages throughout the night. The brain stem, located at the base of your brain where it meets the spinal cord, plays a central role in regulating sleep. Throughout the night, it orchestrates the transitions between wakefulness, light sleep, deep sleep, and REM, guiding your body smoothly from one stage to the next. It controls the release of neurotransmitters that promote wakefulness or drowsiness, adjusting the balance as needed. The brainstem also monitors vital functions like breathing and heart rate, ensuring that they continue without interruption as you rest. Damage to this area can lead to severe sleep disorders, highlighting its importance. The seamless progression through sleep stages that you experience each night is the result of the brain stem's careful regulation. It is a quiet and patient conductor, gently and faithfully leading the symphony of sleep from dusk until dawn. Your glymphatic system activates during sleep, clearing waste from your brain. The glymphatic system is a waste clearance network unique to the brain, and it becomes most active during sleep. During waking hours, the spaces between brain cells are narrow, but during sleep, these spaces expand, allowing cerebrospinal fluid to flow more freely and flush out metabolic waste products. Among the substances cleared are beta-amyloid proteins, which have been linked to Alzheimer's disease when they accumulate. This nightly cleansing is essential for maintaining brain health over the long term. Without adequate sleep, the glymphatic system cannot do its work, and waste may begin to build up. The discovery of this system has deepened our understanding of why sleep is so vital and why disrupted sleep may have lasting effects. Each night, as you rest peacefully, your brain quietly washes itself clean, carefully preparing for the new day ahead. Your cerebrospinal fluid flows more freely while you sleep, washing through brain tissue. Cerebrospinal fluid is a clear liquid that surrounds and cushions your brain and spinal cord, protecting them from injury and providing essential nutrients. During sleep, this fluid flows more freely through the intricate channels of your brain, carrying away waste and refreshing the tissue. The increased flow is part of the glymphatic system's nightly activity, and it depends on the changes in brain cell volume that occur during rest. This gentle washing action helps to maintain the health and function of your neurons, supporting memory, cognition, and mood. The movement of cerebrospinal fluid is one of the many quiet and wonderful miracles of sleep, a process that happens without any effort or awareness on your part. You simply close your eyes and your brain begins to cleanse itself, gently preparing itself for another full day of thought and experience. And from the cleansing rivers within your brain, we turn to the healing that happens in your blood. Your bone marrow produces new blood cells during the night. Your bone marrow is the spongy tissue found inside your larger bones, and it is responsible for producing the blood cells your body needs to survive. During the night, while you rest, this production continues steadily, replenishing the red blood cells that carry oxygen, the white blood cells that fight infection, and the platelets that help with clotting. The quiet hours of sleep provide the ideal conditions for this vital work, free from the demands of activity. Growth hormone, released during deep sleep, supports the regeneration of bone marrow cells and the production of new blood. By morning, your supply of fresh blood cells has been renewed, ready to support you through another day. The tireless work of your marrow is one of the many unseen gifts of restful sleep, quietly keeping you healthy, strong, and ready when morning comes. It is a process that never pauses, not even as you dream. Your white blood cells patrol more effectively while you sleep. White blood cells are the soldiers of your immune system, patrolling your body for signs of infection and attacking invaders when they are found. During sleep, these cells become more effective, circulating more widely and responding more quickly to threats. Studies have shown that a well-rested person mounts a stronger immune response than one who is sleep-deprived. The reasons for this are complex and involve changes in hormone levels, inflammation markers, and the activity of various immune signaling pathways. Sleep is not merely a passive state, but an active period of immune surveillance and defense. Chronic lack of sleep can leave you more vulnerable to colds, infections, and even more serious illnesses over time. Rest, then, is one of the simplest and most powerful ways you have to support the health, strength, and resilience of your immune system, keeping your defenses strong and your body well. Your blood vessels undergo repair during the restful hours of the night. Your blood vessels, the intricate network of arteries, veins, and capillaries that carry blood throughout your body, undergo essential repair during the hours of sleep. The lower blood pressure and reduced heart rate of sleep create the ideal conditions for this delicate work, allowing the walls of your vessels to heal from the stresses of the day. Inflammation is reduced, and damaged cells are replaced with fresh ones under the guidance of various growth factors released during rest. This nightly maintenance helps to keep your cardiovascular system healthy and reduces the risk of problems such as atherosclerosis, where vessels become stiff and clogged over time. Sleep is, in this way, a form of medicine for your heart and blood vessels, a gentle restoration that happens quietly while you dream. Each morning, your circulatory system starts anew, refreshed by the work of the night. Your blood becomes slightly thicker during sleep as the body conserves fluids. During sleep, your body conserves fluids in various ways, and as a result, your blood may become slightly thicker than it is during the waking hours. You are not drinking water as you sleep, yet your kidneys continue to process waste, producing less but more concentrated urine. This mild thickening of the blood is a normal part of the body's nightly conservation efforts and is usually harmless in healthy individuals. Upon waking, most people naturally rehydrate, restoring the balance and thinning the blood back to its daytime consistency. However, this is one reason why staying well hydrated throughout the day and before bed can be beneficial, particularly for those at risk of blood clots or cardiovascular issues. The body's management of fluids during sleep is another example of the many quiet adjustments it makes to conserve resources and maintain order. Your platelets, which help with clotting, are regulated during sleep. Platelets are tiny cell fragments in your blood that play a crucial role in clotting, rushing to the site of any wound and clumping together to stop bleeding. During sleep, the activity and regulation of platelets shifts in subtle ways that scientists are still working to fully understand. Some studies suggest that platelet activity may decrease during sleep, reducing the risk of unwanted clotting while you rest. Others suggest that the timing of sleep and wakefulness influences how sticky platelets are and how readily they clump. What is clear is that disrupted sleep or chronic sleep deprivation can affect platelet function, potentially increasing the risk of cardiovascular events. The quiet management of your blood's clotting ability is yet another process that benefits from regular, restful sleep. It is a delicate and beautiful balance maintained through the night. Your body releases erythropoietin during sleep, stimulating red blood cell production. Erythropoietin, often abbreviated to EPO, is a hormone produced primarily by the kidneys that stimulates the production of red blood cells in your bone marrow. During sleep, the release of this hormone increases, supporting the body's ongoing effort to maintain healthy levels of red blood cells. These cells are vital for carrying oxygen from your lungs to every tissue and organ, and their production requires careful regulation. The boost in erythropoietin during rest ensures that your body can replace old or damaged red blood cells efficiently. This is one of the ways in which sleep supports the health of your blood and your overall vitality. Without adequate sleep, the production of erythropoietin may be disrupted, potentially affecting oxygen delivery throughout your body. The hormone works quietly and faithfully, ensuring that each dawn finds you ready. And from the creating of new blood cells, we turn to the senses that partially remain awake. Your hearing remains somewhat active during sleep, alert to sudden sounds. Even as you sleep, your sense of hearing remains partially active, ready to alert you to important sounds in your environment. This is why a sudden noise, a door slamming, or a child's cry can wake you from even deep slumber, while the steady hum of a fan or the sound of distant traffic fades into the background of your dreams. Your brain continues to process auditory information during sleep, filtering for signals that might indicate danger or require your attention. Familiar, predictable sounds are suppressed, while unexpected or meaningful sounds are allowed to reach your conscious awareness. This selective sensitivity is a legacy of our evolutionary past, when remaining alert to threats was essential for survival. Even in the safety of your bedroom, your ears never fully close. They guard you through the night, silent and faithful sentinels standing watch. Your brain can still recognize your own name being spoken while you sleep. Your name is a powerful signal, one that your brain is uniquely attuned to recognize even when other sounds fade into the background. Studies have shown that the sleeping brain can still detect and respond to hearing one's own name being spoken, even when deeply asleep. This remarkable ability suggests that the brain continues to monitor the auditory environment for personally relevant information throughout the night. When your name is called, there is often a measurable change in brain activity, a clear sign that some part of you has heard and registered the sound. This selective attention is thought to be another survival mechanism, allowing you to respond to calls for help or attention even while resting. It is a reminder that sleep is not a complete withdrawal from the world, but a different kind of awareness. Even in dreams, your own name can reach you. Your touch sensitivity decreases during deep sleep, but remains present. The sense of touch becomes less sensitive during the deeper stages of sleep, allowing you to rest without being disturbed by minor sensations. The gentle brush of a blanket or the weight of your own limbs against the mattress fades from awareness as your brain reduces its responsiveness to tactile input. However, touch is never entirely switched off, and a significant stimulus, such as a sharp pain or a sudden pressure, can still rouse you from sleep. This selective suppression helps to ensure that your rest is not interrupted by every small shift or touch. It is part of the brain's effort to balance the need for rest with the need to remain responsive to potential dangers. As you sleep, your skin continues to sense the world around you, but only the most important signals are allowed to reach your conscious awareness and wake you from your peaceful, restful slumber. Your eyes produce tears during sleep to keep them moist. Your eyes continue to produce tears during sleep, even though your eyelids are closed and you are not aware of it. These tears are essential for keeping the surface of your eyes moist and protected, preventing the delicate tissues from drying out during the long hours of rest. The tear film also helps to wash away any dust or debris that may have accumulated during the day, keeping your eyes clean and healthy. Without this ongoing lubrication, you might wake with dry, irritated eyes, a condition that can lead to discomfort and even damage over time. The production of tears during sleep is a quiet act of maintenance, one that your body performs without any effort or awareness on your part. The thin film of moisture protects the cornea, nourishes the cells, and keeps the surface of the eye smooth and clear. By morning, your eyes are refreshed and ready to open to the world once more, prepared for another day of sight and wonder. Your pupils constrict during sleep, responding to the darkness. During sleep, your pupils constrict, becoming smaller as they respond to the low light conditions of your resting environment. This narrowing of the pupils is controlled by the autonomic nervous system, which adjusts the size of your pupils based on the amount of light available. In darkness, less light needs to enter the eye, so the pupils remain relatively small. This response is automatic and requires no conscious effort on your part. However, the pupils can still dilate during REM sleep or in response to sudden stimuli, a sign that the visual system remains at least partially active even while you rest. The gentle constriction of your pupils is one of the many small adjustments your body makes as it settles into sleep. It is a quiet signal that rest has begun, and your eyes, too, are entering their nightly state of calm and stillness. They remain ready to respond, but for now, they too rest peacefully. Your body can still detect temperature changes while you sleep. Even during sleep, your body remains sensitive to changes in temperature, a vital ability that helps to protect you from harm. If your environment becomes too hot or too cold, your sleeping brain may prompt you to adjust your blankets, change position, or even wake up entirely. This ongoing temperature monitoring is part of the body's effort to maintain thermal equilibrium, ensuring that your internal temperature stays within the narrow range needed for health. The skin contains receptors that detect warmth and cold, and these remain active throughout the night, sending signals to the brain as needed. Sleep is not a state of total disconnection from the world, but rather a carefully and wisely managed balance between peaceful rest and awareness. Your body continues to feel and respond to the world around you, gently adjusting through the quiet night to keep you safe and comfortable. And from the senses that guard you through the night, we turn to the muscles and how they rest. Your jaw muscles relax during sleep, which is why some people experience teeth grinding. The muscles of your jaw, which work hard throughout the day as you eat, speak, and express emotions, generally relax as you drift into sleep. However, for some people, this relaxation does not occur smoothly. Instead, the jaw muscles may clench or grind, a condition known as bruxism. Teeth grinding during sleep can be caused by stress, anxiety, or misalignment of the teeth, and it often happens without any awareness on the part of the sleeper. Over time, chronic grinding can wear down the enamel of the teeth and cause jaw pain or headaches. For most people, though, sleep brings a welcome release of jaw tension, allowing the muscles to rest and recover. The quiet, peaceful stillness of a fully relaxed jaw is one of the gentle and subtle signs that sleep is proceeding peacefully, the face at rest after a long day of effort and expression. Your facial muscles smooth out during deep sleep, reducing tension lines. During deep sleep, the muscles of your face relax more fully than at any other time. The furrow of your brow softens, the tension around your eyes fades, and the lines that form during concentration or worry smooth out as the muscles let go. This deep relaxation is part of what makes sleep so restorative for the body and mind. The face, which spends the day expressing emotions and responding to the world, finally rests. Some people notice that they look more peaceful and younger after a night of good sleep, and this is partly due to the relaxation of the facial muscles. The temporary smoothing of tension lines is a visible sign of the restorative power of deep sleep, a glimpse of what rest can do for you. Each night, your face is renewed by the deep stillness and gentle calm of peaceful slumber, emerging softer, more peaceful, and more relaxed by morning light. Your shoulder muscles release tension they have carried throughout the day. Your shoulder muscles, which bear the weight of your arms and the stresses of daily activity, gradually release their tension as you fall asleep. Throughout the day, many people carry stress in their shoulders, hunching forward over computers or tensing in response to pressure. Sleep offers a chance for these muscles to unwind and recover. As you lie down and your body enters a state of rest, the muscles of the shoulders begin to let go of the tightness they have held. This release is supported by the drop in cortisol and the calming influence of the parasympathetic nervous system. Waking with stiff or sore shoulders is often a sign of restless sleep or insufficient time spent in the deeper, more relaxing stages. Ideally, sleep leaves the shoulders feeling light, loose, and ready for whatever the new day may bring. The release of shoulder tension is one of the simple gifts of restful sleep. Your spine decompresses during sleep, which is why you are slightly taller in the morning. During the day, the force of gravity compresses the discs of your spine, squeezing out fluid and causing you to lose a small amount of height by evening. But while you sleep, lying horizontally and free from the constant pressure of standing and sitting, your spine is able to decompress. Fluid seeps back into the discs, plumping them up and restoring their cushioning ability. By morning, you may be slightly taller than you were the night before, sometimes by as much as a centimeter or more. This nightly decompression is essential for spinal health, allowing the vertebrae and discs to recover from the stresses of the day. Without adequate sleep, the spine does not have time to fully rehydrate and restore itself. Rest gives your backbone the chance to stretch, lengthen, and recover from the weight of the waking world. By morning, your spine is taller and supple once again. Your hand muscles lose their grip strength during REM sleep. During REM sleep, the muscles of your hands lose much of their strength and tone, becoming relaxed and limp as part of the broader muscle paralysis that prevents you from acting out your dreams. If you were holding something as you drifted off, you would likely have dropped it by now, your fingers loosening their grip as sleep deepened. This loss of grip strength is temporary and entirely normal, a sign that your body has entered the most dream-filled stage of sleep. The hands, which spend the day grasping, typing, and manipulating objects, finally rest. The small muscles and tendons recover from their efforts, and the joints benefit from a break of stillness and quiet. This nightly release is one of the many wonderful ways sleep allows the hands to heal, recover, and prepare for yet another day of work and wonder. By morning, your grip is restored, strong and ready once more. Your leg muscles may twitch during lighter sleep stages. During the lighter stages of sleep, your leg muscles may occasionally twitch, a phenomenon known as hypnic myoclonus or sleep starts. These brief, involuntary contractions are common and usually harmless, though they can sometimes be strong enough to wake you momentarily. The twitches are thought to be a result of the nervous system transitioning from wakefulness to sleep, a brief misfire as the brain adjusts its level of control over the muscles. Some people experience leg twitches more frequently when they are tired, stressed, or have consumed caffeine. As sleep deepens, these twitches typically fade and the muscles become still. The occasional twitch of a sleeping leg is a gentle reminder of the complex and careful adjustments your body makes as it enters rest. A brief flutter before the deep calm of slumber descends and stillness settles peacefully over your entire body. And from the relaxation of your muscles, we turn to the cellular renewal taking place within. Your cells divide and repair DNA damage more efficiently during sleep. Your cells are constantly being damaged by the activities of daily life, from exposure to sunlight to the normal processes of metabolism. During sleep, the rate of cell division increases and the mechanisms that repair DNA damage become more efficient. This is partly because the body is not expending energy on movement or digestion, allowing resources to be directed toward repair and renewal. Growth hormone, released during deep sleep, stimulates cell reproduction and regeneration. Without adequate sleep, this repair process slows, and the accumulation of cellular damage can contribute to aging and disease over time. Sleep is, in this sense, a kind of nightly and essential maintenance, a quiet time when your body heals itself at the most fundamental level. It is invisible, silent, and entirely essential for preserving your health and well-being over the long course of your life. Your mitochondria, the energy centers of your cells, recharge during rest. Mitochondria are tiny structures inside your cells that produce the energy needed for almost every function in your body. Throughout the day, as you think, move, and metabolize, your mitochondria work hard, and in the process, they can become damaged or less efficient. Sleep provides an opportunity for these cellular powerhouses to be repaired and restored. During rest, the body clears away damaged mitochondria and supports the creation of new, healthy ones. This renewal is essential for maintaining energy levels, cognitive function, and overall health. Poor sleep can lead to mitochondrial dysfunction, which has been linked to fatigue, aging, and a range of chronic diseases and conditions. By sleeping well, you give your mitochondria the chance to recharge and renew, ensuring that you wake with the energy and vitality to face a new day with renewed strength and clarity. Your telomeres, the protective caps on your chromosomes, are maintained during sleep. Telomeres are the protective caps at the ends of your chromosomes, often compared to the plastic tips on shoelaces that prevent fraying. Each time a cell divides, its telomeres shorten slightly, and over time, this shortening is associated with aging and disease. Sleep plays a role in maintaining telomere length, with studies showing that people who sleep well tend to have longer telomeres than those who are chronically sleep-deprived. The exact mechanisms are still being studied, but it is thought that the reduction in stress hormones and the increase in repair processes during sleep help to protect these vital structures. By sleeping adequately, you may be slowing the cellular clock, preserving the integrity of your chromosomes and the youth of your cells. It is a quiet form of defense against the passage of time and the natural wear of ordinary life. Your body activates autophagy during sleep, clearing damaged cellular components. Autophagy is the process by which your cells clear away damaged or unnecessary components, recycling them into raw materials for repair and renewal. During sleep, autophagy becomes more active, allowing your body to remove the cellular debris that accumulates throughout the day. This cleaning process is essential for maintaining healthy cells and preventing the buildup of waste products that can lead to disease. The brain, in particular, relies on autophagy to clear away misfolded proteins and other harmful substances. Without adequate sleep, autophagy slows and the risk of cellular dysfunction increases. Sleep, then, is a time of deep internal housekeeping, when your body tidies up at the most fundamental level. It is a silent renewal that keeps you healthy, whole, and fully ready for whatever the next day and tomorrow may bring to you. And as you lie here, your cells are already beginning their nightly work. Millions of tiny repairs are happening within you, unseen and unfelt. Trust that your body knows what to do. Rest now. Your stem cells become more active during sleep, contributing to tissue repair. Stem cells are the body's master repair cells, capable of developing into many different types of tissue. During sleep, the activity of stem cells increases, supporting the repair and regeneration of damaged tissues throughout the body. This heightened activity is driven in part by the release of growth hormone and the reduction in stress hormones that occurs during rest. Stem cells contribute to the healing of wounds, the renewal of skin, and the maintenance of organs and bones. Without adequate sleep, the regenerative power of these remarkable cells may be diminished. The quiet work of stem cells during sleep is one of the body's most powerful tools for staying healthy, recovering from injury, and maintaining youthful vitality. It is a hidden miracle, happening silently while you dream, a gentle and precious gift of renewal that peacefully arrives each night. Your body temperature regulation shifts during sleep, allowing deeper rest. As you drift into sleep, your body's temperature regulation shifts in subtle but important ways. Your core temperature drops slightly, a change that signals to your brain that it is time to rest. This cooling is thought to help induce deeper stages of sleep and improve overall sleep quality. Throughout the night, your body continues to regulate its temperature, making small adjustments to maintain comfort and support the restorative processes of sleep. A cooler sleeping environment often leads to better rest, which is why many people sleep more soundly in a cool room. The interplay between temperature and sleep is one of the many delicate balances your body manages each night, quietly adjusting to keep you in the optimal zone for rest. Keeping cool helps you sleep deeply, and sleeping deeply helps you stay cool, a gentle and nourishing cycle of comfort and restoration. Your sweat glands remain active during sleep, helping to regulate body heat. Your sweat glands remain active throughout the night, helping to regulate your body temperature as you sleep. Even in a cool room, your body produces small amounts of sweat to maintain thermal balance, particularly during the deeper stages of sleep. This perspiration is usually imperceptible, evaporating quickly and keeping you comfortable and cool. However, if your sleeping environment is too warm, or if you are unwell, you may notice more significant sweating during the night. The continued activity of your sweat glands is essential for preventing overheating, which can disrupt sleep and reduce its restorative quality. By quietly managing your temperature, your sweat glands help ensure that your rest is deep and uninterrupted, allowing your body to complete its restorative work. It is a humble but remarkably vital process that goes unnoticed, yet makes all the difference. Your hair grows slightly faster during the night. Hair growth is a continuous process, but some research suggests that it may be slightly faster during the night, when the body is at rest and resources are directed toward repair and renewal. Hair follicles go through cycles of growth, rest, and shedding, and the growth phase may be supported by the hormonal environment of sleep. Growth hormone, released during deep sleep, is known to stimulate cell division and tissue repair, which could include the cells responsible for hair growth. The increase is subtle and not noticeable from one night to the next, but over time, sleep supports the health and vitality of your hair, keeping it strong and lustrous. A good night's rest is one of the simplest and most wonderfully effective things you can do for the overall quality, health, shine, and vitality of your hair. Rest nourishes you from root to tip, strand by healthy strand, night after night. Your nails also grow during sleep, though imperceptibly slow. Like hair, your nails also grow during sleep, though the rate is so slow that you would never notice it from one night to the next. Nails grow from a matrix of cells at the base of each nail, and this growth continues steadily regardless of whether you are awake or asleep. However, the conditions of sleep, with increased blood flow to the extremities and the release of growth-promoting hormones, may support this process. Over weeks and months, the cumulative effect of this nightly growth adds up, slowly extending the reach of each nail. The growth of your nails is a quiet reminder that your body is always renewing itself, even in the smallest and most overlooked ways. Sleep plays its wonderful and silent part, supporting the steady progress of these tiny, often forgotten structures, one gentle cell at a time, night after peaceful night, for as long as you live and breathe. And from the slow growth of hair and nails, we turn to the final wonders of your sleeping body. Your circadian rhythm resets each night, preparing you for the next day. Your circadian rhythm, the internal clock that governs your cycles of wakefulness and sleep, resets itself each night as you rest. Exposure to darkness triggers the release of melatonin, which helps to synchronize your body's systems with the natural cycle of day and night. During sleep, this internal clock is recalibrated, preparing your body for the activities of the following day. Disruptions to the circadian rhythm, such as those caused by jet lag or shift work, can have significant effects on health and well-being. The nightly resetting of this clock is essential for maintaining energy, mood, cognitive function, and overall health. Sleep is the anchor that keeps your body in harmony with the turning of the world, aligned with the ancient rhythms of day and night. Each night, you are aligned anew, rested, and fully ready for whatever the new morning may bring. Your body stores energy in your muscles as glycogen while you sleep. Glycogen is a form of stored energy found in your muscles and liver, and during sleep, your body works to replenish these reserves. Throughout the day, as you move and think, glycogen is used up, leaving your muscles depleted by evening. During the hours of sleep, when you are not expending energy on activity, the body converts glucose into glycogen and stores it in the muscles for future use. This replenishment is essential for physical performance, endurance, and recovery after exercise. Athletes and active individuals rely on sleep to ensure that their muscles are properly fueled for the next day's efforts and challenges. The quiet storage of glycogen during sleep is one of the many ways your body prepares you for action, building the reserves you will need for strength and endurance. By morning, your reserves are full again, ready to power you through whatever wonderful adventures lie ahead. Your gut lining regenerates during the quiet hours of the night. The lining of your gut is one of the most rapidly dividing tissues in your body, constantly renewing itself to maintain the barrier that separates your internal environment from the contents of your digestive system. During sleep, this regeneration proceeds more efficiently, supported by the increased availability of growth hormone and the reduced stress on the digestive system that comes with fasting overnight. A healthy gut lining is essential for proper digestion, nutrient absorption, and immune function. Without adequate sleep, the renewal of this lining may slow, potentially contributing to digestive problems and discomfort in the days that follow. The quiet work of gut regeneration during sleep is another remarkable example of the body's remarkable capacity for self-repair and renewal. It happens silently and faithfully deep inside you, while you rest peacefully unaware of its gentle and essential work. Your eyes cleanse themselves of debris accumulated during the day. Throughout the day, your eyes are exposed to dust, pollen, and other particles that can accumulate on the surface of the eye and irritate the delicate tissues. During sleep, your closed eyelids create a protected environment in which tears can wash away this debris, cleansing the surface of the eye and nourishing the cornea. This nightly cleansing is essential for maintaining clear vision, preventing infection, and keeping the surface of the eye smooth and healthy. The production of tears continues during sleep, keeping the eyes moist, nourished, and protected. By morning, your eyes are refreshed and ready to open to a new day, prepared to see the world once more. The quiet cleansing of your eyes during sleep is one of the many small and precious miracles of restful slumber, a gift of clear sight renewed each night, a blessing you carry into every waking moment. Your entire body works in harmony while you sleep, a symphony of silent restoration. As you sleep, every system of your body works together in a coordinated effort of restoration and renewal. Your heart slows, your breathing deepens, your muscles relax, and your brain begins its nightly work of processing memories and clearing waste. Hormones are released, cells divide, tissues are repaired, and the immune system patrols for threats. This silent symphony of activity is orchestrated by the rhythms of your internal clock and faithfully supported by the stillness of your body. Sleep is not a passive state, but an active process, one that is essential for health, longevity, and well-being in every way. The harmony of your sleeping body is a testament to the wisdom of nature, a reminder that rest is not absence but presence. Each night, you are remade, restored, and renewed, fully ready to wake and begin again with strength, hope, peace, and joy. And with that, the story of your sleeping body grows quiet. We have journeyed through the hidden chambers of your nightly transformation, from the cleansing rivers of cerebrospinal fluid to the steady pulse of growth hormone, from the silent repair of cells to the gentle slowing of your heart. These are the gifts your body gives you each night, asking nothing in return but rest. If this night of quiet discovery brought you peace, consider joining our community of restful listeners. There are more wonders waiting to be whispered, more journeys to take together as you drift towards sleep. Share this moment with someone who might find comfort in knowing what their own body does for them each night. Right now, as you listen, these very processes are beginning inside you. Your heart is slowing, your muscles are softening, and somewhere deep within your brain, The first waves of restoration are beginning to flow. You are already on your way. Let your eyes close if they have not already. Feel the gentle weight of your eyelids, the softness of your breath moving in and out. Allow your jaw to soften, your shoulders to drop, your hands to rest open and still. With each exhale, release a little more tension, a little more thought, a little more of the day. Tonight, as you rest, your body will continue its quiet work. Your brain will wash itself clean. Your cells will divide and heal. Your memories will settle into place like leaves on still water. Your heart will beat its slow, steady rhythm through the hours. You are a small, warm presence within this vast symphony of renewal, peacefully resting among the wonders. Sleep well, sweet dreams, and may you carry with you the quiet knowledge that each night your body works silently to renew you, asking only for the gift of rest. This has been Drowsy Discovery. Good night.